off season, in case you've been living under a rock, which, I mean, no shame, shout out Patrick Starr, the Colorado Avalanche brought home the Stanley Cup. That's right, on June 26, 2022, these boys took home the big kahuna back to the Mile High City, where it's meant to be. But it's not just the Avalanche that have stepped it up. It's like Denver is almost having a type of a sports renaissance. We have the Avs, the Colorado Mammoth won the National Lacrosse League Cup. Nuggets player Nikola Jokic is back-to-back NBA MVP. DU Hockey won the college level Stanley Cup. Denver's high school won the high school level Stanley Cup. The Denver Broncos brings on Russell Wilson, and the Rockies, they have a phenomenal Rocky dog. They do. They really do. Needless to say, there is a lot of hype going around Denver. So I thought, what better topic for this off-season video than to take a trip down memory lane and revisit the Denver Broncos championship eras. Because, I mean, we all know how much I love to talk about winning. It's up there. It's one of my favorites. Now, we have about 3 different eras where the Broncos had success, and each of those eras are sort of, I mean, really defined by the quarterback they had at the time. You have the Craig Morton era, the John Elway era, and you have the Peyton Manning era. Yes, I know that it takes more than a quarterback to be successful, but does having a quarterback, a good quarterback, bring that success? I mean, that's something I would argue that. Yeah, I do. I think the quarterbacks are the reason. First up, the Craig Morton era. Keep in mind, from the Broncos' inaugural season to the time that Morton came on board, they never made the playoffs and only had 2 winning seasons. Then Morton came on the scene and was like, sure, I can be salty, but for you, Denver, I'll be sweet. Nope, bad joke. That was so bad. His first year, he took the Broncos to their first playoffs ever. And not only that, he took them all the way to the Super Bowl. Talk about a great first impression. During his overall time as QB, they never had a losing season, had 3 playoff appearances, had 2 AFC West Division titles, 1 AFC championship, and 1 Super Bowl appearance. Craig Morton, y'all. It's best salt around. Next, we move into the longest era, the John Elway era. In his time as the Broncos quarterback, we only had 2 losing seasons in 16 years. No wonder I'm so delusional. I mean, if you're born in the Elway era, of course you expect greatness. I was born into greatness. Elway, you made me this way. In total, we had 10 playoff appearances, 7 AFC West Division titles, 5 AFC championships, and 2 Super Bowl championships. Why only have 1 when you can have 2 is what they say. And when I think of John Elway, I automatically think of Mike Shanahan, but they actually only played together for 3 years, which is bonkers to me because Elway and Shanahan go together like pizza and ranch. You gotta dip, you have to have one if you have the other. That's how I see it. And now, most recently, the Peyton Manning era. During his time as quarterback, we were in the playoffs every single year. Had 5 AFC West Division titles, 2 AFC championships, and 1 Super Bowl championship. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Now, let me tell you, those were the 5 best years of my life. I've really been yearning for that same feeling ever since. Those were the good old days. You don't know the good old days till they're gone. Peyton Manning owns the Broncos. He's gonna own the Broncos. Okay, great. I'm good. Some other interesting championship factoids of the Broncos past, because why not? We have had a total of 22 playoff appearances. Anytime we've had a wild card game, we've almost lost them all. And by lose, I mean lose by 20 points or more. Let's just try and skip that round altogether in the future. Just head straight to divisional, okay, Broncos? Okay. We are 2 behind the Patriots and tied with the Steelers for the most conference championships. And what I think is the coolest fact of the day, we are tied for 2nd in the NFL for Super Bowl appearances. Just 1 behind those damn Patriots. Who would have thunk it, huh? I mean, honestly, Super Bowl Sunday should be like a national holiday in Denver at this point. Put it on the calendar. That's my mission, actually. We'll see if it happens. Well, that's all I have for ya. Just a little bit of useless information of Broncos past. Since most of these eras have been defined by these record-breaking quarterbacks, do you think we are in our newest championship era? Let me know in the comments below. P.S. we are. And as always, go Broncos.